The other day, I got a question basically asking how to figure out how much I pay to charge my Tesla or any other EV for that matter on a monthly basis, and how does that figure compare to owning a gas car. So I built a simple model and to illustrate, actually to calculate that, exactly that. So let's see what are the inputs. So here we know how much you drive, right? The more you drive, the more you pay. So here I just input an average about 1,000 miles a month. The national average for US is actually about 1,100 miles a month. So now, of course, you can enter any number according to your specific situation. The other number is very important, is how much efficiency-wise is your EV. So the unit of measure is how many miles it can run on a kilowatt hour basis, and this is where we need to do some digging. Now I have a website here. Let me just quickly show you, and it's not hard to find. And this ecocostsaving.com actually listed a lot of car models, and we can just scroll down and you can see that Tesla. You can do a search, of course. So for my car, Tesla Model Y, 2020, it is 0.26 kilowatt hour per mile. So that means that if the inverse of that, which means it can run about 4 miles per kilowatt hour. Okay, so I can enter 4, and for my other car, my other EV, Nissan Leaf, is 3.3. So let's just put 4 here. And the other is how much you pay. Now you need to look at your electricity cost. Look at your utility bill to really figure that out. You want to be precise. Now where I live is relatively more expensive. I added all the charges together. It came out to be around 30 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay. Now in order to compare, we already have enough information to compare, to calculate how much I pay for the EV charging. Now to compare a gas car charging, I also took, say, a pretty efficient gas car, which can run 30 miles per gallon. And of course, you also need to go to or read the news about your gasoline cost in your neighborhood. So this is where I took about 2 weeks ago. Depending where you are, it can be as high as 6 these days. Now, we can calculate. So first of all, we can just do a quick comparison. If you drive 1,000 miles a month, and that means that you're gonna consume 250 kilowatt hour per month. Okay, this is just divide your mileage with your efficiency. So this is how much you need to, how many kilowatt hours you're gonna need, and multiply by the cost of 30 cents per hour. I spend about 75 a month to charge my EV. Okay, so now let's look at a gas car. So if you drive 1,000 miles, and if your car is as efficient as 30 mile per gallon, you divide this two, you get, well, you need on a monthly basis about 33 gallons of gasoline, and you multiply with that with your pump price, you get 165. So now I understand in many places you actually pay more, either because you drive more, or your gasoline costs more, or you have a less efficient car like SUV. Okay, now so for me though, if I pay $75 per month, and if I own a comparable efficient gas car, I pay $165, and therefore I save about $90 a month. Now let me be clear, this only calculate the charging cost. Okay, this does not include, for example, how much to own and how much to maintain. And if you want to do a lifetime cost ownership comparison, this is not it. This just look at month by month basis how much you pay to get your car running. Okay, But I hope this is helpful, and I'll post a link to this spreadsheet, and so that you can calculate how much you are paying by owning an EV or by owning a gas car. All right, thank you for watching.